Hi and welcome. I'm Rebecca Collins, Research Manager for MLC, and today I'm joined by Clinton Guelfi, Derivatives Manager at MLC. Thanks for joining us today, Clinton.
Thanks, Rebecca. Nice to be here.
So derivatives, they can provide a benefit to investors in portfolios. Can you talk me through that?
In the context of asset management, I think the main benefit of derivatives are that it allows us to efficiently adjust the risk-reward profile of a specific portfolio. It allows us to further tailor the portfolio to meet its objectives.
Great. So as you just mentioned, there's two sides, risk and reward. So what are some of the things investors need to consider or we need to consider before implementing derivatives in portfolios?
Sure. The main thing that we need to consider is that the derivative meets its design objectives. Now, we speak very closely with the portfolio managers to have a predefined objective. And we consider this during the derivative structuring, at the design phase, if you like. We then continue to monitor that the objectives are met throughout implementation, but then also throughout the monitoring phase of the derivative.
Great. So there's a high-level process that sits over the top. Is there any other steps involved before a derivative's used inside a portfolio?
Yes, we have an overarching trading policy, so all derivatives must fit within that. And there's also a significant investment committee hurdle that has to be overcome before any derivative transactions can be implemented.
Thanks, Clinton. And can you talk me through some examples where MLCs use derivatives in clients' portfolios this year?
Sure. I guess one of the main things that we use derivatives for are risk mitigation. One way that we do this is through the purchase of equity put options. Now, the exact way that we do this has varied over time, but the current way we implement this is such that it allows us to have protection whilst also maintaining market relevance over the medium term for a relatively low cost to the investor.
Great, so almost like an insurance on the portfolio, on the equity market exposure within the portfolio.
Exactly right. The put option acts like insurance for our portfolio's valuations. Another way we do this is to take advantage of the correlation between global equities and currencies. Generally, as global equities rise, so does the currency, whereby as there are equity losses, these can be offset by gains in the currency. Now, we don't solely rely on this correlation, so what we do is to utilise collar options to give us protection against a rising Aussie dollar, but also providing benefit should the Aussie dollar depreciate. Now, we can execute these collars with a very favourable risk-reward profile that has no cost to our investors.
Great, but also allowing us to maintain our exposure to the global equity markets at the same time.
Exactly right.
Great. Thanks for your time today, Clinton, and thank you for joining us.